one of the top corners available in this year's draft. Actually, I can say this. 3 weeks from today, at this point in time, this man's draft journey will be over because he will hear his name on the first night of the NFL draft. The only question is when and who will take one of the top corners in this year's draft out of Penn State. Joining us here on the Rich Eisen Show is Joey Porter Jr. How are you, Joey?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I am doing very well. I am doing absolutely well. So let's talk about where are you right now? Where do I speak?
I'm actually in Pittsburgh right now.
You are? Huh.
Yes, sir.
You're visiting the Steelers?
No, I already did my visit. I actually live in Pittsburgh, so I'm training down here.
Of course you live in Pittsburgh. That makes sense. Is that where you grew up? Is that where you have grown up in Pittsburgh, PA?
No, actually, I was born and raised in Bakersfield, California. Okay. I moved to Pittsburgh my freshman year of high school.
Okay, freshman year of high school. All righty, Joey. So where have you visited? Walk me through your top 30 visits. Who have you seen so far?
So I actually started off with the Steelers. That was my first local visit. And then I went to the Commanders. I went to the Raiders. Then I went to Baltimore.
Okay, so you just visited Baltimore. You're just fresh off of Baltimore. Let's kind of take it the first one. Pittsburgh, for you to be chatting with the Steelers to play professional football potentially for them, what goes through your brain when that happens for you, Joey Porter Jr.?
Just really the history of my dad and everything that he's done for the sport and for the Steelers, that just come to mind, and they talked to me about that a little bit, and also what I could bring to the table. So it was a great conversation.
No, and of course you're insanely talented in your own right, and you mentioned your dad's name. Did you meet with Tomlin when you? Okay. I got to be. How many times have you met Tomlin before that, though, Joey Porter Jr.?
Are you talking about like through the process or just
in general? In life for you with Tomlin?
A lot of times I can't even count. I mean, I was over his house a couple of times because I was great friends with his son. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we have a great relationship.
So you grew up with his son, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
This must have been wild for you, right? I'm seriously, because again, this is a dream for you. This is your dream come true here, and the fact that you're visiting in a work relationship with Mike Tomlin potentially, that that just must have been a little bit out of body for you a little bit, right?
A little bit, but it was great. I haven't seen him in a while, obviously, because I've been in Penn State and taking care of business, same as him. So it was a good reunion to see him and to see some of the staff there. I've been going there since I was a kid, so I've seen a lot of old faces. I already knew the facility. It was a great visit.
What's your first football memory, Joey?
My first football memory, I remember I was living in Florida for a time because my dad played for the Dolphins, and I was 6 years old, and I went to my first padded practice, and I went against a kid named Sammy the Bull, and he hit me so hard I started crying, and my dad's like, "Oh yeah, you're not playing football." He took me home, and I was just begging him to let me play, and the next day I begged him enough to take me back out there the next day, and I hit Sammy the Bull. I had a pick. I had a great practice, and that's when I was like, okay, I can play football.
Okay, that's when you can play football. There's a photograph that we're going to put on the screen here, and it sure looks like you're in your dad's arms in Detroit, Michigan, after the win for the Steelers, for Tomlin and Jerome Bettis in Detroit, Michigan, in Super Bowl 40. Do you remember that night yourself? Joey, how old were you that night?
I was like 6 years old that night.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember. I don't remember the whole game. I remember going down there, the confetti. I remember going into the locker rooms a little bit. It was a blur, but I definitely remember some things. It was a great experience. So.
I was on the field that night. It was the third Super Bowl NFL Network ever covered. We just finished our 20th. And do you know who the star of Super Bowl week was leading up, even though Jerome Bettis was going home to Detroit and it was all about Jerome? Do you know who the media star that week was, Joey Porter Jr.?
Yeah, I do. It was my dad.
Yes.
Fast talking.
Oh yes, it was. Do you know who he was going after? Do you remember
the tight end? The tight end. I don't remember his name.
His name is Jeremy Stevens. Oh gosh, did he just light him up? And we had him on NFL Network pretty much every day, and he was great. I've known your dad for a very long time. And do you have that in you as well, or you have a different style and personality for you?
I'm more laid back and calm off the field, but when I'm on the field, I definitely kind of have that in my game. I love to talk trash. I feel like that's part of my game, and it brings joy to the sport a little bit.
What else are you bringing to the NFL, Joey Porter Jr.? Team drafts Joey Porter Jr. They get, fill in that blank for me.
They get a top dog competitor that's gonna bring it every time he steps on the field.
And what else do they get in terms of the X's and O's?
They're just gonna get a guy that's ready to play, a guy that's gonna be held accountable for his mistakes, and really just trying to get the respect in the locker room. That's the biggest thing for me, because that's how you earn your respect from your peers, is just to come in and work hard every day.
Joey Porter Jr. here on the Rich Eisen Show. Who did you meet with at the Combine? Who'd you chat with?
I chatted with a lot of teams. I think it was 23 teams total.
23.
It was a long list, to be honest.
Man, I mean, that is, again, and one of the reasons why I bring that up is a lot of people think, okay, guy goes to Combine, does an on-field drill, that's the end of it. How long was your day at the Combine? How long was that? You're laughing.
It was a very long day. I was mentally tired every day. But I feel like they're doing that just to get us ready and prepared for what we got coming. And I kind of knew that leading into the Combine. My dad was always in my corner telling me about this. So I was ready for the moment.
Mm-hmm. And so you met with 23 teams at the Combine. Who are you meeting? Walk me through between now and draft night, which is, if I'm not mistaken, 20 days from this conversation. What do you got for me?
So yeah, I have Carolina coming up next, and then I go to the Saints after that, and I ended off with Philly.
Carolina.
That'll be the end of my 30s. Yeah.
Carolina, Saints, and Philadelphia. So when you go visit with Carolina, do you say, "Yeah, I'm the first overall pick"? Do you say those words out loud, Joey?
I don't come out and just say that, but if they ask me, then I'm gonna definitely say, "Yeah, I'm the first overall pick." Yeah. I mean, I feel like in this sport, you got to have that kind of confidence, and if you don't, then I don't know why you're in the sport.
That's right. You got to speak it into existence. We just did that.
Of course.
Okay, so where are you going to be draft night?
I'm going to be in Kansas City.
You'll be in Kansas City. Okay. Yeah. And so who's going to be with you? Walk me through the Joey Porter Jr. plus what? Plus 20? What are you, plus 15s? Walk me through who's going to be there that you think of.
I got so my dad's actually was born in Kansas City, so we have family down there. Wow. It's kind of like a full circle type thing. So I'm have everybody down there. It's gonna be a lot of people.
So who's handling that for you? Who's handling all that for you?
My mom.
Of course. What's your mom's name? We've mentioned your dad a million times.
Yeah. My mom's name is Christy Porter.
Okay. So what does she mean for you? What's that moment going to be for you and your mother? Again, we've been talking so much about your dad. You bear his name. You're a junior. But what's the moment for your draft going to be for you and your mother, Joey?
Oh, man, it's going to mean a lot. She was one of the main reasons why I'm here today. She was always in my corner. Everything didn't go right at the beginning, but she really stuck by my side and helped me through this journey. So I have nothing but love for my mom, and I'm thankful. So
she's handling the tickets and handling all the logistics for you. That's what she's doing. Okay. Yeah. And then what about the wardrobe? Is that all picked out already? You got that?
Yeah, that's picked out already.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you got for me? Anything?
I can't tell you right now. It's going to be a surprise on draft night.
Okay. So you're gonna wear Michigan colors? Is that what the surprise is? You're gonna wear maize and blue? What do you got? No?
No, I'll never put on that color.
Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. I don't know. There is some maize in the NFL. You might have to. I mean, if you're a Charger, for instance, and there's a lot of mock drafts that have you landing there, It's powder blue, but sometimes it's kind of dark navy blue, and the lightning bolt is yellow. It's maize. You might have to do that. You might have to do that.
If I have to do that, then I'm fine with it. But if it's anything Michigan, I'm not. I can't do it.
Okay. So, have you reached out to Micah? Anybody in the Penn State community to just kick the tires on what it's going to be like to be a pro? Anything like that, Joey?
Yeah, I talk to them constantly. There's a couple great guys that came through Penn State that's in the league right now. I talked to Han, Tariq Castro-Fields, Micah, Jesse Luketa. Just some of those guys that took me under their wing when I first got here. So, yeah, I talk to them kind of like every day.
What's your favorite Micah Parsons story? Do you have one?
Favorite Micah Parsons story. That dude's a wild guy. So there's a lot. There's a lot of stories about him. I'll just say the first day I got here, he had a dog, and the dog was vicious. I mean, like, nobody could be around this dog but him. And I'm at his house, and I'm playing Madden. And I'm about to win the game, and he got so mad that he stick his dog on me to where I couldn't even kick the field goal to win the game, and I end up losing.
What?
And that's when I'm like, this dude is crazy.
What do you mean he sicked his dog on you? What? What are you talking about? What was the dog's name? Do you remember?
I think Brutus.
Okay.
That was the dog name.
Okay, Brutus.
It was a wild name, and he just started whispering in his ear, and his Brutus just looked at me, and he started growling and stuff. And I'm like, get your dog, man.
So you lost that particular Madden contest, is what you're saying?
I did.
All right.
I did.
Well, let's just maybe get it done one more time, but let's do it fair and square. No Brutus, no nothing. You just try and kick a field goal, and you'll beat Micah Parsons. But he
doesn't want to do that because he know I'm better than him in Madden. But that's a conversation for another day.
Joey, so you're Joey, and he's the Jeremy Stevens of this situation. Joey, and he's the Jeremy Stevens of this situation.
Pretty much.
Oh, got
I'm here, and he's down there.
That's right. You know what I'm talking about. I'm telling you guys, that's what he did. He went Joey, and he put his hand all the way up in the air, and Jeremy, like as low as it possibly could. Joe, oh my gosh. So you've seen it.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Send my best to your dad. I do hope to see you in Kansas City, and then let's chat when you land somewhere. I'd love to continue our conversation and keep following you. Thanks for the time.
Definitely.
Thanks for the time. You got it. Congratulations in advance of your dream coming true for your own right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. That's Joey Porter Jr. of Penn State University and soon to be of the National Football League here on The Rich Eisen Show. Catch The Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.